So these items will be in our possession though, correct?
Yes, before payment is handed over. Lord.
Are these items anything that we're going to be able to use?
I believe so. Paul can speak to that a little better than I can.
Some of them, yeah. Some of them not. Chances are that they wouldn't be big enough to use at the Northwest Museum. But some of the items will be able to use.
And they haven't been installed, obviously.
No,
so
everything's brand new.
So there's no return.
No. Well,
These are items
we
right.
might be able to sell them.
Okay. All right.
My understanding, we returned everything he could. These
Right.
are things we couldn't
Okay.
return.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, if I might ask, this was declared an emergency because after 1 April 2010, the DNR was going to fine us $10,000 a day.
That is correct, yes.
What was the original amount of this project to have been?
In the 80,000 range or somewhere in there, if I recall, or 50, or 50, yeah.
And so do we have it in writing from the Department of Natural Resources that we've met all the criteria for the West Lagoon without these changes to be made? Or
We have it in writing that it's no longer required because of the distance.
and they weren't aware of the distance when they issued the directive that we would be in non-compliance by April 1st and fined?
We had contested years ago. We said that we were 2¼ miles away. They said we weren't. They looked at theirs, and everything started moving like that. It was only up to recently when those people became involved in it and started to push the second time under a different group of people that they said, yeah, you are 2¼ miles. And that's when they got us. And there is a possibility that we could use it at the Northwest. I really don't think it's big enough, because I think I actually already checked into it, but they were telling me that it needed to be bigger instead of pieces that we were buying. So, like I said, we'll try to use it there if it comes to that point.
Well, I'm just going to say I'm not happy about it. Excavation deserves to be paid. They were hired to perform a service, but I would just like to voice that I'm disturbed that the project went this far prior to us having the knowledge that it wasn't necessary.
I would agree with Alderwoman Sanders on that. It appears that we spent nearly $30,000 to procure the DNR. It appears that we've spent nearly $30,000 for fear of the DNR's sanctions on us at their mistake.
Oh yeah, they're aware of it.
That it was their mistake.
It is.
Do they want the bill?
That's what I was thinking.
Well, no, I don't. They're not going to say that they are at fault. You know what I mean?
My question for Mr. Conway is, if it was only going to be about 50,000, even though DNR said it was not an emergency, would it have been beneficial, since we were already this far in, to follow through and just complete the project?
the problem that we got into was we had to disinfect that lagoon under the old permit by the 1st of April. We were a long ways from that. Mike and I attended a meeting at Jeff City. Now, I have never dealt with the enforcement side of the DNR until then. Believe me, they were immovable. They started asking questions that I couldn't answer. Basically, what Mike had asked for was, if we can't be online by the 1st of April, will you work with us? And their response was, your fines are $10,000 a day for every day you're in violation, if they choose to enforce it. They wouldn't say that they would work with us, because one of the things that what they wanted to see was they wanted to see how close to being done we were by the 1st of April. Now, I personally think, and I don't know this, but I personally think that they would, if we were almost there, they would help us. If we sat around and didn't do anything until the 1st of April, and then they said, we say, well, hey, we're working on it. You'd be in the planning stage.
The reality was, when they issued this mandate, they gave us a 3-year. They gave us a 3-year time period to accomplish it. And when we met with them, we were up against the last 3 months of that 3 years, and they had figured that they had already given us enough time. And so that's why they weren't willing to work with us anymore. And then we found out after we were working on the actual design and the things with Bill's team that